Ho, ho, ho. What is good, everybody? This is your boy, Aaron, and we are back for another edition of Aaron's Naughty List. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody that is watching. But we are talking about all of the people, all of the players, coaches, organizations, etc. that have been very naughty in 2023. And I'm about to call them out right now on my edition of Aaron's Naughty List. Let's get down to it. Number one. I got to go with Aaron Rodgers. For the second year in a row, he is getting coal on his stocking. Number one, Aaron Rodgers. The fact that you kept pretending like you were going to come back from this injury, from an Achilles injury, in 3 months. Absurd. And the fact that you thought it was a good idea to come off of IR and to take a spot from a player that is trying to feed their family, that is trying to make a good living, and you took their spot. Shame on you, Aaron Rodgers. Shame on you for becoming a distraction yet again. Yet again. Just like with the Packers last year, you do it with the Jets organization. And look what happened to the Jets. They are a travesty. They were a promising team. Everybody was like, the Jets, all they need is a quarterback. And you come in, you tear your Achilles, 4 snaps. That's fine. We understand it. It happens, especially on MetLife. But the fact that you kept trying to give hope that you can conquer this, that you can come back from this injury and start later in the season when everybody knew you were lying. You're on the naughty list. And then the Jets organization. They're number 2 on this list. You know why they're number 2? The fact that you thought that you can get away with starting Zach Wilson for this long and you will win all of these games? You didn't think of going into free agency and getting a backup quarterback. You didn't think of trading for a quality backup quarterback. Joshua Dobbs was there, albeit, yes, now he's on the bench. But he would have got y'all some wins. He would have been better than Zach Wilson, Trevor Siemian. And you thought it was a good idea to not do that. You thought you had the answers there already. You had the answers internally. No, you didn't. You have no answers. You have all incorrect answers. The Jets organization is a travesty. You signed Nathaniel Hackett, arguably the worst play caller in the NFL, all to appease Aaron Rodgers. You decided, to give Garrett Wilson this travesty of an offense. Garrett Wilson is one of the most talented receivers in the NFL. And the fact that for another year, he has to be subjected to this mess. Breece Hall, he has to be subjected to this mess. The Jets organization is a travesty. Let's go to number 3 on the Aaron's Naughty List. The Pistons' entire organization minus Cade Cunningham. If you guys have not paid attention, the Pistons are currently on a 25-game losing streak. Why is that? Because of the roster construction, because of the head coaching, and because of players just not playing good enough. And why? And who am I blaming? I'm blaming everybody except Cade Cunningham, because Cade Cunningham is doing his job. Just like with Garrett Wilson and the Jets, he has to be subjected to this mess, this egregious display of basketball. Because this organization is so inept, so incompetent, that they don't know how to run a proper and effective NBA organization. The entire Pistons organization, including the coaches, including the players, minus Cade Cunningham, is getting cold in their stockings. They don't deserve any Christmas presents. Let's go to the next on the list. This is number 4. Zion Williamson. Listen, Zion. It's none of my business to know what you're doing in the bed. But my God, please make sure that your women are not putting out your information. And make sure you have communicated and have an understanding. Because nobody needs to know your business. We don't need to know your business at all. And also, if you're going to do that, at least make sure you're in shape and you're available all the time. It seems like you're too damn distracted for other reasons besides basketball. You should be distracted with basketball, not distracted with the women, not distracted with the food. You distracted with the other stuff and getting paid all this millions of dollars. And now what? Now your contract isn't fully guaranteed anymore. Because why? Because you keep making stupid decision after stupid decision. Shame on you, Zion. Get it together, because right now your future is in question because you can't focus on the number one goal, and that is basketball. Being a great basketball player. You're on the naughty list, Zion Williamson.
Let's see who we got next.
Another young dude, another guy that was in the news last year. He wants to be NBA young boy so badly. He wants to be a street dude so badly. Ja Morant, man. Ja freaking Morant. Not only did you get caught once in 4K, but you got caught twice in 4K? What? Where do we do that at? Huh? With a gun? What is wrong with you? This dude got caught once in 4K, and then all of a sudden, you know, he goes on this media tour, apologizing and everything like that. He got counseling, although it was like a week or whatever. Came back, and what happened? Like, a month or two later? The dude got caught in 4K by his friend in the car with a gun, and he tried to play it off. Oh, this is a toy gun. Oh, this ain't real. We saw it, Ja, even if it was a toy gun. The image, people looking at you, kids are looking up to you. You have a shoe deal. You have your own signature shoe. Why are you playing around with all that, Ja? You ain't no gangster. Bro, you ain't no gangster. You went to private school. And act like it, bruh. It's okay to be a square. It's okay to be lame. Cause you know why? Those people are getting paid a lot of money. Those people are living along. Next on the list. A guy that, for whatever reason, he just can't keep his hands to himself. He always wants to like just instigate something. He just doesn't know how to, I don't know, be a good human being on the court. Draymond Green. Come on, man. Listen here, bro. What the hell is wrong with you, bro? Like, is there something psychologically wrong with you? You're on the naughty list because you can't keep your hands to yourself. You just always want to start something on the court. It's always something. At first, you're playing football, and then you're playing UFC. Like, bro, we're playing basketball. We're not out here wrestling. We're not out here boxing, playing UFC. You tried to choke. You tried to choke Rudy Gobert. Bruh, what are you doing? Like, is there something wrong with you, bruh? Like, for real. Like, seriously. What is wrong with you? Like, keep your hands to yourself. This is not the 80s and 70s no more. This is 2023, and you think we're still in the bad boy Pistons era. Oh, because he's mad because they losing and stuff. Stop being a sore loser. People lose. Doesn't mean you should be a bad human being. A bad person. Come on, man. Everybody goes through something. Doesn't mean you have to take it out on somebody else.
He's like a sore loser to me. I don't know.
He is a sore loser. And he keeps taking it out on everybody else. Instead of trying to hold his players accountable, he wants to take it out on the opponents. A sucker move. On the naughty list. Next on the list, Joe Barry. If you don't know who Joe Barry is, then you haven't watched my pod. You haven't watched the Courtside View podcast. He's the defensive coordinator for the Green Bay Packers. This dude is committing war crimes. This dude is committing criminal offenses to the Packers organization, to the Packers defense. The defensive players don't respect him. I don't respect him. The fans don't respect him. You know why? Because his scheme, his philosophy is outdated. It's atrocious. He thinks he's Vic Fangio. He ain't no Vic Fangio. And even Vic Fangio can't do what he once did back in the day. His play calling is outdated, and it's some of the worst play calling I've ever seen. It reminds me of somebody that's playing Madden and don't know what the hell they're doing. They just played it for the first time thinking, oh, I'm going to run these zone concepts, and that's how it'll work, and I'll win. No! No, it's not going to work. He's never aggressive. He's so conservative. How on 3rd and 3 you have your corners playing off so much? 10 yards off the line. How do you do that? See, committing war crimes. You're on the naughty list, sir, and I hope you're fired. I hope they get rid of you by the end of the season. I know I'm Santa Claus right now, but damn it, I'm still Aaron right now, and you're on the naughty list. I hope you get all the coal in your stocking. I'm talking about 100, 200, 300. I hope there's so much coal in your stockings. I hope it fills your entire house.
Dang.
That's how egregious he's been. He's holding his team hostage. The reason we're losing games is because of how terrible he is, how trash he is. Tommy DeVito and Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield hasn't been that good since Oklahoma. Come on, man. Naughty list. Let's go to the owner for the Carolina Panthers, David Tepper. You're on the naughty list because of the way that you treated Bryce Young. How in God's green earth could you draft a quarterback, a 5'9" quarterback, and get him the worst O-line of the league, get him one of the worst wide receiving corps in the NFL, and expect him to succeed? And then the head coach didn't even want Bryce Young. He wanted C.J. Stroud. And you said, no, I want Bryce Young. You had Steve Wilkes last year who did a really good job. The players respected, and you got rid of him. And you hired Frank Reich, who got fired from the Colts. And guess what? Shane Steichen, same roster. Guess what? Even when they lost their QB, they have a winning record. They're 8-6 with that same roster. Frank Reich goes to the Carolina Panthers, and they're the worst team in the league. You are on the naughty list, sir, because it's clear that you don't know how to run an organization. Ever since you taken over the Carolina Panthers, they haven't been in the playoffs since. They are terrible. They are an abysmal team. It's so bad. What's his name? Joe Brady was one of the scapegoats. Remember when Matt Rule was the head coach of the Carolina Panthers? Joe Brady was the scapegoat. They let him go. Oh, because the offense doesn't look good because Joe Brady don't know what he's doing. Guess what he's doing now? He's looking like one of the best play callers in the NFL with the Bills. People are like, oh, why are you let go of Ken Dorsey? And then all of a sudden Joe Brady comes in and this offense looks so dynamic. He was a scapegoat because you decided to hire a head coach that's incompetent, that don't know what he's doing. Cam Newton even talked about it in his podcast, how he had to teach Matt Rule what he's supposed to do. A player had to teach a head coach how to coach. And this is your problem. This is all because of you. You're on the naughty list, David Tepper. Let's go to number 9. Anybody on the Spurs that doesn't pass to Victor Wembanyama. Devin Vassell, Sachin,
Sohan.
Whoever the hell is on the Spurs, that's a guard that's handling the rock, that's not passing, that's ignoring the passing to Victor Wembanyama. You're on the naughty list, sir. He's the number 1 pick. He's one of the most talented prospects we've ever seen. He's 7'4". What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you all ignoring Victor Wembanyama? He's better than all of you. What the hell is going on? Y'all are just, I'm gonna do my own thing. Dribble. Shot. Like, what is wrong with you? Y'all are not that good. Devin Vassell, he's nice. But, dude, this is Victor Wembanyama, bro. This is an all-time talent, and you're just not gonna pass him the rock. What the hell is wrong with y'all? This is why you guys are like 4 and whatever. And you all suck because you don't want to give Victor the freaking ball. And Greg Popovich. Dude, it's time to hang it up. You're old. You got one of these now. All gray and stuff. You in your 70s, bruh. This is not, you did not let this slide like 10 years ago. But now you're letting it slide now. It's time to hang it up. You lost your touch, bro. You really did. I'm just saying. All those Spurs players, they getting cold in their stocking too. It's they should be ashamed of themselves. Number 10. Arthur Smith. You know, I thought that Bijan Robinson, I thought Drake London were going to have breakout years. But there's one man that's preventing that from happening. And that's Arthur Smith, the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons. How in God's green earth do you have 3 top 10 picks, Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson, 3 of the most talented players at their position, and you can't get them the football? You want to get other guys the football. You want to give Jonnu Smith the football. You want to get Tyler Algier the football. What the hell is going on? Why are you doing this? There's no creativity. This team right here is so talented. I've seen Drake London make some amazing plays. And you just decide, you know what? I'm not going to pass it to Drake London. I'm going to pass it to somebody else. You and God, oh my God. You thought you could enter the season with Desmond Ridder as your starting QB. You thought Taylor Heineke and Desmond Ridder had all the answers. When everybody saw in training camp that Desmond Ridder couldn't complete a pass with nobody defending him. He couldn't complete a pass in training camp. And you thought
the Steve Smith video.
and you thought he was going to be good in the regular season? See, this is the incompetence I'm talking about here, man. And this is egregious. You have the number 8th pick in the NFL draft in Bijan Robinson, one of the most talented running back prospects we've ever seen. They compared him to Saquon Barkley coming out, and you thought that it will be okay to not giving him the rock, to say, oh, only give him 10 carries here, give him 11 carries here, and you think that's a good idea? You decide, oh, he fumbled the ball, so I'm not going to give him the ball anymore. What? Let's go to the final person on the list. I just added this person on the list. Bill Belichick.
Interesting.
Listen, old man. Just like with Greg Popovich, the time is over, bro. The fact last year, I had you on the naughty list too. This is the second year in a row I have you on the naughty list. The offense is atrocious. You bring in an actual offensive coordinator. Congratulations. But guess what? It's still bad. You thought that Mac Jones, you thought that Bailey Zappi was going to have the answers. They don't. These skill positions are terrible. You're the ones that draft. You're the one that picked the players. You picked the skill position guys. This is all on you. And now this team is in the Drake May, Caleb Williams sweepstakes. Because of you. Because of your ego. Because of your negligence. Because you, for whatever reason, believe that you have all the answers. Well, coach, you don't have none of the answers. Your time is outdated. Tom Brady had all the answers, and you just cheated off of him. Whoa. That's what happened. You're a great defensive mind, but offense is not your specialty at all. You suck. This team stinks, and it's time for you to go. And I won't be surprised if after the season we get a notification that Bill Belichick has resigned. Matter of fact, not resigned. He hasn't resigned. No. Robert Kraft has let go of Bill Belichick. I'm telling you, good riddance. Because at his age, the way that this team has looked ever since Brady has departed, and won a Super Bowl, by the way, his first year with Tampa Bay, he has not gotten a job done. And all he has done is hurt the growth of Mac Jones. He had one job: develop Mac Jones. And after Josh McDaniels left, he didn't know what to do. He just put his hands in the air like he just don't care. And now he's paying for his mistakes. That's the last name for Aaron's naughty list.